Hey, hello, this is Jonathan Baylor, LPC. I want to just give a little bit. I'm going to be giving some small snippets on various psychological and mental health issues. Today we're going to do something. I have my sidekick, Cy, and he's got some OCDs. We're going to be talking about OCDs today. Not really, but he's a good dog, and he wanted to come up here with me. My son Gabriel's back there. He's going to ask some questions. So go ahead, Gabriel. What's your questions about
All right.
OCD?
Start off. What is OCD?
What is OCD? OCD is defined obsessive compulsive disorder. What are you doing, son? Obsessive compulsive disorder. Obsessive is more of the sense that something going through your mind that you can't stop thinking about. Many people out in society, will say, I got some OCD going on. They really don't have OCD. They may check the door once or twice, maybe even 3 times, but that's not OCD. OCD is when you're checking the door 50 times, or when you feel the need to change your clothes or whatever, or take showers 10 times, 5 to 10 times. That becomes OCD. OCD, the difference between OCD and just some compulsions is OCD affects your life. It affects the quality of your life. Maybe you're late for work a lot. Maybe you're tired. It affects it can even affect your psyche as far as depression and your well-being in that sense. But obsessive is basically feeling that you cannot get something out of your mind. It's kind of like an itch that you can't scratch. Some people with obsessions, it may be feeling like they're going to get contaminated if they don't wash their hands a certain amount of times because they feel that their hands are dirty. Or maybe they feel that they can't get a drink of water or a fountain out of fear that they may get AIDS or hepatitis or mononucleosis or something like that. And so basically it's an obsession that really is intrusive on the person. Compulsion, which is the C in OCD, is when they have to do a ritual. And this could be, a lot of times they go within numbers. They may have to do a ritual 7 times. I have clients that do rituals 4 times. It has to be 4 times that they maybe comb their hair. They have to go back to the mirror 4 times to comb their hair. No more, no less. Some people it's 7. Some people, it's others. But those are the common numbers, 4 and 7, for some reason. I don't know why that is. But they're compulsions. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Next question. Who does it affect?
It affects, it's not discriminative, it's not prejudice. It affects all races of people, all ages of people. If you ever watched The Monk, you can either rent the DVDs or watch them or buy the DVDs. It's very, very comical, very entertaining, and very interesting show. But it definitely shows OCD at its worst. People with OCD, there's also other types of OCD, such as religious. People have religious types of OCD, where they may go to church and they may love God. They may love His Word and go into church and have these blasphemous thoughts that come out of nowhere. And it's very intrusive and very bothersome. There's other things, too, that we can go into in detail, but they're mostly very intrusive. They affect the energy levels of the person, the psyche of the person. It affects their ability to be happy and have joy and other relationships, too.
All right. That's great. Now, what are the symptoms of OCD disorder?
I kind of went over that. I guess I kind of covered it. Yeah. But OCD, obsessive thoughts, something that's in your head over and over again that you can't get rid of. It may be that you feel like you went to the hospital and maybe you walked by the x-ray or the x-ray area and you feel that the radiation came out of there and hit you and now you have cancer. That's totally irrational. It's not logical. But that's what someone with OCD would conclude. Or maybe it would be that they're driving their car and they hit a bump and they feel like they hit a child or a dog. And they'll go back there 3 or 4 times checking, making sure they didn't. And so it's very intrusive, very, it's not just, thinking, oh man, that was bad. It's something they can't get out of their mind. Got any more questions, young man?
Last question.
Yeah.
What can be done as far as treatment for OCD?
Okay. That's a great question. OCD is highly treatable. People with OCD, although it affects the life, and there's a lot of things you can do to improve your quality of life. Medication, although I don't prescribe personally medication, but I do know that medicine is effective. SSRIs, which are serotonin uptake pills like Lexapro, Paxil, other types of medicines that are antidepressant. They're very effective. Also, therapy. CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, is highly effective. Also, I find integrating the spirituality with therapy is of utmost importance because I believe when you're struggling with anything, not just OCD, that Christ is the answer, that He provides hope and healing. My view of, as a Christian, as I see the world as fallen in sin, not that sometimes we make decisions and because we sin, we have the consequences like drinking and driving, but sometimes we just have the effects of a fallen world. We're in a fallen world and our bodies are falling apart and our neurotransmitters are out of whack. And so there's physiological reasons why OCD can be a problem. For that matter, a lot of mental illnesses. So does that make sense?
It does.
I think journaling is another way to help with OCD because journaling allows you to process your feelings. It allows you to think about what's your, the irrationality of something. And you can use positive self-talk to talk those down. Prayer and the Word of God is extremely powerful. And but just talking about someone in a non-judgmental manner, which would be like in therapy, is very, very helpful. Any other questions?
I think that's it.
Sai, what do you think? You have OCD? He has OCD of food, and that's about his OCD. But he's a good dog, and he did well. All right, good job. Until next time.
Until next time.
Sayonara.